We haven't really researched autism very much, and we don't know very many autistic people. We've come across them along the way, and we've seen a few movies with autistic people in it. And Missy was told, I mean, not Missy, we as parents were told that she was autistic from about age 7 or so, which is very young, and we just, and they wanted to put in a home and all of those things. But we never ever mentioned to her that she was autistic, or that she'd been told she was, and that these characteristics of hers, we saw them as being autistic characteristics, but not that we knew what autism was, just that you get told, this is what an autistic person, these are their struggles, this is what you must do, mustn't do, can do, can't do. So you've been fed that information. But we didn't choose to view Missy according to some statistics of something, or not statistics, what do you call it, diagnoses, or we chose to rather be thankful for the daughter that God had given us for His purpose, and He had a purpose in her life, and He entrusted her to our care, and that was as simple as that. And so, but Greg and I would watch a movie that was autistic related, and so we picked up what is, accepted as autism out there, and we watch a movie about this autistic person, and everything they're portraying in this movie is like an expression of what we know that we're dealing with Missy, all the little tendencies throughout the movie. But they pick up on the downside, the negative side of that, rather than the blessing that person is. And that was upset Greg and I. We'd watch the movie and go, but what about the gift of that person? And what about, why do they...
Because their autism wasn't channeled correctly. I mean, most cases of autism, the person's autistic, the negative aspects of their autism is allowed to have free reign.
Yes.
And they become a socially unacceptable person because they can't be in a room and have too much noise, because then they go into a little panic attack, or they start screaming or whatever, and then that's accepted. They're allowed to do that. It's excused because that person's got autism. Whereas with me, I tried to start going down that route.
Well, that would happen. She couldn't handle noise at all. If there was too many people talking at one time, she started to hit a panic. If you went into a shop and there was music playing, she would stand at the door and hold on to the door frame, don't, I'm not going in, I can't go in, and you had to help her break through each one of these things. She had to break through.
But we went shopping.
Yeah, we went shopping.
We went shopping every other day, because we went shopping and then the following day we had to calm down. But
to overcome
we didn't stop going to the grocery store, because every time I went in, I used to have a bad behavior reaction to the grocery store. We went to it until we learned how to overcome and how to manage that situation. So I think that's the reason autism can become such a negative thing, because the bad behavior
is accepted.
Yeah, autism can be bad behavior comes with it almost. The presentation of some of the reactions can be classed as...
You call it bad behavior. I never saw it as Missy behaving badly. It's more a reaction, a panic attack reaction out of something being not in order, and her whole system requires it to be in order. Now it's out of order, so she goes into panic. She's not choosing to behave badly and needs discipline or correction or anything like that. But I think what I wanted to say is that from a scientific and medical and everything else point of view, I really don't understand the implications of autism, and because I haven't done all the research, because I've chosen not to. Okay, but however, as I say, watching movies and hearing reports and reading things, you see the categories, and you see how we can identify with it, as what we've had with Missy. But we've met people along the way that have come to us to say that their child's autistic, but because we're not saying, oh, well, Missy's also autistic, because we've never spoken that until after she was 21, we shared with her that this was the diagnosis put on her life, the prognosis, and how she's overcome. And if you say to that person, well, this is what you cannot, this is how you can help your autistic child, and this is what you can do, they don't believe it. Because they say it's not possible, because autism is a medical condition, or it's some sort of condition that you can't, it's like you can't fix dyslexia. So Missy's sitting here today with every of those tendencies that she's talking about, as they're still within her. And dyslexia, when she goes to write, she will still write her words the way they come out of her. And she would still present in a physical way autism, autistic characteristics in every way, tick every box, but she doesn't. And it's because of the fact that this thing that's called autism as a negative thing, and dyslexia that's called, it's a negative thing, it's a problem, it's a special need, it's a, instead of it being focused on as a negative problem, it's been focused on as there's a purpose in it, in her life, for God to use her uniquely in a particular way, that is not for a negative purpose, but for something good.